many incident rays, if they meet at one point, then these kind of a rays are called as converging rays. And then diverging ray means from a point, if the rays will move away from each other, they move away from each other, they won't intersect. When they produce forward, they won't intersect. So they are originated from a single point and they get moved away from each other. So such rays are called diverging rays.
Ma'am, but in a convex mirror, that single point is inside the mirror. Yeah.
So here you can see this is a reflected ray and this is a reflected ray. They are converging and they will converge at a one point on the principal axis. When many incident ray, if more incident rays parallel to only incident rays which are parallel to principal axis. So those when strikes the mirror after reflection, they all of them converge at a one point of the principal axis. So they exactly converge on one point of the principal axis. So that point is called focus. Able to understand? Incident rays which are parallel to principal axis after reflection. Now how to draw these rays, I will explain you. After this definition, I will explain you why this will bend downwards and why the lower one bend upwards. That I will explain you why that happens. So all the incident rays which are parallel to principal axis after reflection, they always converge at one point of the principal axis. They always meet. The point of intersection is always on the principal axis. That point is called principal focus. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And this, say yes.
Ma'am, we say that in mobile while taking photo, sometimes it doesn't focus. So is it something related to this?
That will come to the different points. That is because mobile has lens, not mirror.
Yeah.
No, that focus and this focus is different. No. You're telling about focus. No.
Okay.
That is English focus, what you are using. Here it is a principal focus. So this is a convex mirror. This is point of principal axis. This line is a principal axis, always pass through the middle of this convex part. This is a pole. Center of curvature is backside, somewhere here. Now any incident ray falls on this mirror. Incident ray which is parallel to principal axis. Now the convex mirror has a property of diverging the beam of light. So it get diverged like this. Move away from the principal axis. Another incident ray which is parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it also get diverged. It moves away. Then they won't meet the front side of the mirror. On the front side of mirror, they won't meet. So we'll try to produce them backwards. So this we have to produce backwards, right this way. Now again, they will also meet, they appear to meet at one point of the principal axis. So this point is called focus. Incident rays parallel to principal axis, after reflection, they diverge, but they appear to diverge from a point on the principal axis. That point is called principal focus. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, but here we are talking about only parallel incident rays.
Yes, they will only principal incident rays which are parallel to principal axis, they behave like this. All other rays won't follow this law. This point, they won't meet at focus.
Okay, fine.
Only the incident rays which are parallel to principal axis, they only meet or appear to meet. In this case, they are actually meeting. Here they are actually meeting. And here they are appear to meet because they should be produced backwards. Then they appear to meet. So such point, that point is called as principal focus or simply focus. So definition is incident rays parallel to principal axis after reflection meet at one point in case of concave mirror or appear to meet at one point in case of convex mirror of principal axis. That point is called focus. And focus is always the midpoint of C and P. Focus is midpoint of line joining CP. C is center of curvature, P is pole. Turn on your camera, please. Webcam, you need to turn on. Able to understand definition?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
diagram? Whenever they are asking definition of focus, you have to explain with diagram. They will ask you, they won't ask you, doesn't matter. Whenever they are asking, define focus or explain focus, at that time you have to write the definition along with diagram.
Ma'am, both the diagram.
Yes, both diagrams.
Okay.
Ma'am, focus is midpoint of radius of curvature, right?
But not all radius of curvature, only the radius which is joining point P.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Ma'am, just a minute.
Ma'am, should we do the diagram?
Yes, you have to draw the diagram as well.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, this is the reason why with concave mirror we get real image and convex mirror we get virtual image, right?
Yeah. Done the definition and diagram.
Ma'am,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
doing the last
Yes,
diagram,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. And one thing, yeah, I will tell you with which radius you have to draw this. Now the distance between focus and pole is called focal length. Distance between focus and pole is called focal length, and it is denoted by small f. F, but it is a small letter. Capital F is a point, focus, and small f is focal length. And we know that is F is a midpoint of CP, and CP is a radius of curvature.
Yes, ma'am.
So CP is radius of curvature. So therefore, focal length, that means here FP, this length is half the radius of curvature because it is midpoint. So
Yes, ma'am.
therefore, focal length is half of the radius of curvature. Focal length is always half the radius of curvature.
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Vedang, wait for.
Yes.
Yes, Vedang.
Ma'am, in that book which you gave, it's written divergent pencil, parallel pencil, and convergent pencil.
What? Divergent?
Pencil. It's written that in which rays of light come out of a point source, the width of the pencil goes on increasing as the rays proceed further. It's just type of ray, right?
Yeah, type of a ray only.
Yeah, and did we learn about regular reflection, irregular reflection?
That is in class 8th.
It's written.
Yeah, it was in class 8. The part of class 8 you have written. That was
Okay.
regular and irregular reflection. Regular reflection, parallel incident rays after reflected through plane mirror remain parallel.
Okay,
Because the
ma'am.
reflection takes place through plane surfaces, smooth polished surfaces. And if the
Okay.
reflection takes place through rough surfaces, then the incident rays which are parallel, incident rays are parallel, but the reflected ray may not be parallel
Okay, ma'am.
because the surface is not smooth. So that is irregular or diffused reflection.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, clear this point. Focus clear. Now the next point, how to draw the incident rays, reflected rays for any incident ray. That suppose this is a concave mirror. While drawing this concave mirror, you have to take in your compass, you have to take a radius of centimeter 4 centimeter. In your compass, to get it proper diagram, you have to draw with this curve, you have to draw with the compass having the radius of 4 centimeter. So that means here you will get it. So this is the principal axis if you draw. This is point C, this is point P. The distance between CP will be 4 centimeter. So directly at 2 centimeter, you can directly draw the focus, right? Because it is more midpoint. So it is always better to take radius as 4 centimeter in your compass while drawing this curve. So exactly at 2 centimeter, you can write focus, focal length. Focus you can show. Okay. Now, any incident ray, suppose it falls like this on the mirror. It strikes the mirror at this point. Now we have to draw angle of reflected ray we have to draw. For drawing reflected ray, we need a normal because we know angle I is equal to angle R. So we have to show this. For that reason, here this is a point of contact. At this point, we have to draw normal. In a plane mirror, you draw this incident ray. At this point of contact, we draw the normal that is perpendicular to the surface. We measure this angle I, and then equal angle we draw on other side, and then we make a reflected ray. Right? This is the way we are doing. Same thing here also, the same way we have to do it. So this is a point of contact. Now at this point of contact, we have to draw normal. For drawing normal, you have to learn one of the property of circles. That is we call tangent property. For the tangent, we have to draw, at this point, we have to draw perpendicular. So to draw perpendicular, we have to draw a straight line. Here, this is a path, whatever the line is there here, this is a curved path. So to draw perpendicular, it will not be helpful for us. So for this point of contact, we need a line which passes, it touches the circle at one point. Exactly that point of contact. So that line is called tangent. So we need to draw a tangent at this point of contact, which is a straight line, passes through, touches the circle at exactly one point. It touches the circle at exactly one point. So that line is called tangent. And there is a property of tangent. That means this is a circle, a line which touches the circle exactly at one point. That line is called as tangent line. And there is a property of tangent that tangent touches a circle at one point. And at that point, if we draw the radius, at that point, then that radius is always perpendicular to the tangent. Radius at the point of contact, you have to learn in your class 10th maths 10th chapter. Radius at the point of contact of tangent is always perpendicular.
This is the tangent property.
This is the tangent property. A tangent touches the circle at one point. And from that point, if you draw the radius, then that radius is always perpendicular to the point of contact P as well as tangent. So now here, this is the point of contact because the incident ray strikes at this that point. It touches a circle, this curved part at that point. So to draw normal line, a perpendicular line at this point of contact, we have to draw a line. So that line is called tangent. Now for a tangent, this is a point of contact. So we have to, at this point of contact, we have to draw perpendicular. What we need to draw?
The radius at that point.
Radius at that point. So this point, radius you have to draw. So for drawing radius, what has to be done? That is a point on the circle. So to draw a radius,
To C.
it has to connect with C because C is the center of curvature. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So drawing a normal, that means simply the point of incidence, you have to connect to C. That's it.
And every time there is no need to draw tangent also.
No need. That is, I have told you the theory behind that, why you have to connect that point to the center. Now you will ask me, how can you say that this is a normal? So therefore, I have told you the theory behind that.
Okay.
Okay. So for mirror, to draw a normal, every point of incidence you have to draw to the center. Clear? So this is angle of incidence now. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. I. Now by measuring I, we can draw R, angle R, because angle I and angle R are equal. So by measuring angle I, we have to draw angle R. So the reflected ray, by measuring this angle, should be R, and we have to draw the ray like this.
And we can do this with protractor, right?
Yeah, protractor. This is the basic concept I'm telling you. After that, it is not needed. Okay, we know from where they exactly pass, which is the incident ray and how it will pass after reflection. Able to understand how the reflected ray has to be drawn? Draw incident ray. It touches this mirror at one point. Join that point with C, that is the normal. This line is a normal ray. Then measure the angle of incidence between the incident ray and the normal line, and make equal angle on the other side and draw reflected ray. Clear? Now you got to know that is why the light ray is bending towards the principal axis in
Yes,
concave
ma'am.
mirror. Now
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
if I will draw another ray,
Ma'am, but this is not parallel, so it didn't pass through focus.
it's not passing through focus. Now if I will draw another ray, suppose it is here. This is P. This is F. Now I will draw another ray incident like this way. Okay. Now to draw a normal, what has to be done?
Connect the point to C.
Connect this point of incidence to C, right? This is angle of incidence. Making angle of reflection, it will be made this side only or this side, it is downwards or upwards?
Upwards.
Upwards.
This is angle I, so angle R should be like this way. And then the light ray moves like this way. So the light is, after reflection, it is actually moving towards principal axis. Clear? If you
Yes,
draw
ma'am.
another ray here also, if it is principal, it is like this way. So it is point of contact, we have to join to the C. And then this is angle of incidence, making angle of reflection, it will pass like this, equal angle. So now, are you able to understand why the light ray is bending towards the converging? Why the light rays are converging after reflection?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
So therefore, every light ray which is falling on the mirror converges after reflection. So a reflected ray get converged. So therefore, concave mirror is also called as converging mirror. Concave mirror is also called converging mirror because it has the property of converging the ray of light. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then for convex mirror, what happens in convex mirror? How we can say that it is a diverging mirror. Convex mirror is called diverging mirror. Don't draw, first understand and then draw. This is P, C is behind the mirror, here somewhere C, and this is F. Any incident ray falls on the mirror like this way, it strikes the mirror. This is a point of contact. To draw normal, we have to draw that point, connect that point to C. But here we have to show reflection, we have to draw a larger ray. I'm not using scale, so my line will not be a straight line. Now this is angle of incidence. So where will be the angle of reflection? Upward or downward?
Upward.
Upwards. That means here you have to make an angle of reflection and the light ray will bend like this. So now are you able to understand? Are you able to understand that is why the light ray is moving away from the principal axis?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
any ray falls on this like this way. What happens? This point of contact, we have to draw the angle of incidence. We need to join this point of incidence to the C. Okay, so this is angle I. To draw angle R, where we have to draw the line downwards or
Downward.
Downwards.
Downward.
by measuring angle R like this way, and then we have to draw the ray like this. So now you can see that is this is reflected ray first, and this is second reflected ray. Are they coming closer or moving away?
Moving away.
Moving away.
Away.
They are
Moving away.
moving away. So that means these are the rays which are moving away from each other are called diverging rays. And the convex mirror has a property of diverging the ray of light. So therefore, convex mirror is also called as diverging mirror. Able to understand how to draw the ray diagrams, rays for incident ray, how the reflection takes place? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then draw.
So we should draw with scale and
Yes,
compass.
scale, pencil, compass.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, now also
With a radius of 4 centimeter now also. Because otherwise in exam also you'll do the same.
Ma'am, I had a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, in this diagram, are we supposed to draw these lines behind the mirror?
Yes, you have to draw. Behind the mirror, whichever the rays you are drawing behind the mirror, those should be dotted. The rays which are showing backside of the mirror, behind the mirror, has to be drawn with dotted lines.
No, ma'am, I was asking about those lines of that smoothening thing that,
Here, this one.
yes, ma'am, on the boundary of the
Tangent.
mirror.
Tangent, no? Yeah, tangent you have to draw for the first, how you get to know why it is a normal ray.
I'm dotted or normal?
Normal.
and in normal you have to draw dotted, right?
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, like when plane mirrors we draw that lines which is not reflecting the picture also can be done.
For plane mirror, no, not needed. Here, this one, this part you have to draw.
No, not this ma'am. In plane mirror, like which is the reflecting surface, the other surface we draw lines like to show that that is not the reflecting surface.
Yeah, that is not needed here.
In circular, it is not needed.
Not needed. Leave it. Because that will make again confusion. That creates a confusion.
Okay. Like even in exam.
Yes, and even in the exam also, if you don't draw enough, no problem. Yes.
Can you scroll it bit up? Yeah.
Ma'am, can you scroll it up? Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, the concave mirror is called converging mirror because the reflected rays are moving towards the principal axis, right?
Yeah, they meet at one point.
Okay.
Done?
Ma'am, can you show the definition of tangent property?
Tangent to a line touches a circle at one point.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Just a minute.
Can you scroll it up?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, in the convex mirrors, how to draw a tangent? Like it'll cross like,
Here it will be like this.
okay, ma'am. It'll cross the
Surface
mirror,
like-
no, ma'am. That's why.
Yeah, like. This way. Point of contact, we have to draw the tangent, that's it.
Okay.
Once can you scroll it out? Yeah.
Ma'am, we have to show tangent every time.
No, not needed.
Okay, ma'am.
Finish fast, you're taking long time. Everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So now
ma'am.
drawing ray diagrams, we need to know. Now every time we can't do to measure with the protractor and then measuring angle I, we have to draw angle R. It is much more difficult and time consuming. So we are not actually supposed to measure the angles and then we have to draw. There are some standard rays, we have to use it for image formations. When we draw the images for different objects, at that time we need these rays, incident rays and reflected rays we have to show. I told you in plane mirror there are minimum two incident rays should pass from an object, falls on the mirror and then it get reflected. That reflected rays should meet somewhere to get the image. So like that way, two incident rays which we have supposed to draw. Now, if every time, if we do with this method, whatever this kind of a method, if we start doing, it will be much more difficult. So there are some rules, standard rays, we call them as, which are used, how they pass, how are the incident rays from where they pass, and after reflection from exactly where they pass through. That we know. We are not supposed to measure any angle I, making equal angle R and then drawing. It is not needed at all. We know how the incident ray pass, and after reflection for a particular position of the incident ray, how it get reflected, that we know. So therefore, without measuring any angle I and angle R, we can draw reflected ray. So though there are 4 standard rays for each concave mirror and convex mirror. So first we'll see 4 rays are there. Standard rays for both concave and convex. So first thing is when incident ray passes through center of curvature. C, that is center of curvature. First see and then draw. Right now don't draw. Principal axis. This is concave mirror. This is P. This is C. And this is F, midpoint. Now any incident ray passes through C. Suppose it passes through this way and strikes the surface mirror. Where is the point of incidence? Here. Where is the normal?
Ma'am, this is the normal.
Because the point of normal means a point of incidence we have to join to C. So this is this same ray is actually passing through normal. Because when you
Yes,
join this point of contact, suppose this is point A, AC is the incident ray and AC itself is a normal. So normal
Yes.
also.
Yes,
That means
ma'am.
here incident ray is passing through normal.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is angle of incidence?
Ma'am,
If
0
this is a
degree.
plane mirror. This is normal.
Zero.
Incident ray is passing through the normal. That means both are coinciding. So what is the angle of incidence?
0 degree.
0 degrees, because both of them are coinciding with each other. Right? Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is angle of reflection?
0.
0 degrees.
0 degree. So that means angle of reflection also should be 0. So that
This is
means
only-
it should pass through the same path. Right? So the reflected ray passes through the same path. It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you repeat it once more?
Yes, ma'am.
Reflected ray pass through same path. Same path. Retraces its path. When this is the incident ray, CA is the incident ray, it strikes at A. So what is this is A is a point of contact. So how to draw normal?
And join it to C.
Join it to C. So that means AC already we have joined. So that means here AC is the incident ray and as well as normal.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
So it is a this is, you can see the diagram I've shown. This is a plane mirror. If the incident ray and normal coincide with each other, then what is angle of incidence?
0.
0. So angle of incidence is 0. So angle of reflection should be
0.
0. To make it 0, from where it will passes. Angle of
And the
reflection is
same.
the reflection. It is the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. It is 0. That means both should be coincide with each other. So light ray get passes through the same path. So whenever light strikes through C, passes through C, it will reflect back through the same path. Clear? It will happen for both concave mirror also and convex mirror as well. So here also, if this is a convex mirror, C here, P here, F here. If any ray strikes, but here directly it won't strike, appear to pass through C. and it get reflected back through the same path. This is also reflected back through same path.
Should we write it?
Yes, draw the first part.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I actually had a doubt in my test paper. So can I clear it now?
Again, okay, yeah, tell.
Ma'am, in the 8th answer, I have got 1.5. Where did I lose my half mark?
Ma'am, can you scroll up?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you scroll up?
Hold.
Okay, ma'am.
First equation you are not written. You have written only one equation.
So we have to write both the equations.
Yes, both the equations you have to write.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, even I had a doubt.
Yes.
In 7th question, you have marked mass of hydrogen. After that,
Yeah.
I have written, no, like after that, I have written that the volume of hydrogen is also double the volume of oxygen because
Yeah. For that you got the mass, but because of your written mass, there is no sense of mass because mass ratio will not be 2:1. Therefore, so you are not supposed to write anywhere mass there. If the teacher sees only mass there instead of volume, they won't read anything and they will completely cut the marks. Okay.
And
So
ma'am, I have
if
lost
I have
my...
given you marks, you wouldn't have understand that mistake. Okay, so therefore cut marks. So that is you will now mark on that question and you can ask that doubt. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So in the 12th one, I lost my marks because I have written the oxidizing agent and the reducing agent instead of the oxidized substance
Substance
and the
oxidized and
reduced.
substance reduced.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, have you sent everyone's paper? I have not
No,
received.
no, not everyone's is not completed.
Okay.
Completed first part.
Yes, ma'am.
Second part is if incident ray passing parallel to principal axis. You have drawn this at the time of drawing focus definition. So any incident ray parallel to principal axis. From where it strikes, reflect back. Incident ray parallel to principal axis reflects back through
focus.
focus. Incident ray parallel to principal axis diverges but appear to pass through focus. Clear? reflected ray pass through focus. If the incident ray passes through focus, then reflected ray will be opposite. Reflected ray will be parallel to principal axis. So it will be parallel. Reflected ray will be parallel to principal axis. If the incident ray, now both are opposite of each other. If the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, the reflected ray passes through focus. Now, if incident ray is passing through focus, then the reflected ray will be parallel to principal axis. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Both are reverse of each other. And the fourth one, I will draw all four and then this one you can draw. Third one is incident ray strikes pole. If incident ray exactly strikes the pole, at that time this is CP is a normal. So this is angle of incidence. So by making angle of reflection, the light ray will pass. Right? So CP will become normal. Principal axis will become normal in this case. So in this case, you are supposed to measure the, with the protractor, you have to measure. So if it strikes the pole, this is angle of incidence, and equal angle, approximately equal angle, you have to make it for drawing reflected ray, like this. This is pole. Clear?
Ma'am, but in this case, you have to measure.
Yeah, this case you have to measure. Reflected ray
It is not necessary to measure.
passes by making angle I is equal to angle R with principal axis, because principal axis will become normal. Clear? Only in the
Can you
last
please
case you
scroll up?
need to measure. In the last case only you have to measure angle I and angle R, and generally we don't use this part. The fourth rays we generally don't use because we need to measure that. So instead of that, any of the two of these three rays we measure. Okay, then draw. And you have to remember these all.
Ma'am, once could you scroll up
Which part? First or fourth?
first?
But these all are applicable to both convex and convex.
Here it is concave. One part I've drawn concave and convex.
Yeah, these all the four are applicable to concave and convex both.
Yeah.
There is nothing which is applicable to only concave or only convex.
No. Only thing, in case of concave mirror, the light ray exactly passes through the given figure, and here in convex it is appear to pass.
Yeah, okay.
Draw fast.
Ma'am, can you scroll down? Yes, ma'am, done.
So image formation, by using these rays, we have to draw image formation ray diagrams that we will take next class.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have some two doubts.
In
In the first chapter, chemical reactions and equations worksheet, when I do those two doubts, I'll send because I've completed everything else, just that two doubts.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, told once, not in syllabus, still,
Not getting your voice clearly, noise is there along with your voice. There is much more noise,
Ma'am, are you able to hear now?
much feeble.
Okay, I'm just a minute.
Yeah. Now I can.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, question number 33, the last part, pH something. So can you just tell the
Less
answer?
than 7. Less than 7 it is. Because it will form an acid, right?
Okay.
So acids' pH is less than 7.
Okay, ma'am. And one more doubt. In the electrolysis of water, it's written the reaction does not take place if few drops of dilute sulfate. No, this I know. Not this. Yeah, in question number 14 also, the last part they have asked about pH range.
Read the question.
On heating blue colored powder of copper to nitrate in a boiling tube, black copper oxide.
Nitrogen dioxide is produced. Nitrogen dioxide dissolved in water, it form acid, and acid's pH is less than 7.
Okay, so both is less than 7. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, should we complete also CBSE board questions?
Yes, you have to complete CBSE board questions as well, and then
Okay, ma'am.
upload.
Okay, ma'am.
And ma'am, in question number 16, it's written suggest an activity to arrange. So should we write in that activity form?
No, only procedure diagram.
Okay, there's no need of activity form.
No, fully activity is actually not needed. Aim, apparatus, and all those are not supposed to do. You have to draw the diagram and explanation. So what you have done in that and what is observed.
Okay, fine, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have doubts in maths.
Ma'am, so in exam also
Yes,
we can
ma'am.
follow the
In
same
math,
pattern.
ma'am.
Yes, same pattern you can follow. You need a diagram to draw. Then you have to write the procedure, what you have done, what is the observation, and if any equation required to equation need to be explained, that you have to write the equation.
Ma'am, I've got two doubts in maths.
Yeah. Everyone finished these 4 diagrams?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
By using these ray diagrams, we need to draw image formations. So 6 ray diagrams for concave mirror and 2 ray diagrams for convex mirror. So that we will study next class.
So ma'am, can I leave now?
Yes, Daman can.